using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you.
Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. Don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
The run from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bobo. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. With the catch, it's Warren. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. The inside handoff. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. It's complete to the left. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down, you throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Good pickup on the ground there, give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Oh, he's play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
Yeah, it makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Razorbacks have their offense in high gear. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Snagged out of the air. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wings.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
Here's the pressure. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came... Huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. It's complete. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab on the left. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just
turning it on. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice game. And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes.
Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they're executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. All kinds of room to the right. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside. 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. If you want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job breaking on the football. Unbelievable job. You've got to have vision on the quarterback. See it, break it, go get it.
Going the other way, and he's got room. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Bobo. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
He'll try to do it himself. Picks up what he can and then slides.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game tonight.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it on the move. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. There he goes. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Makes the grab. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the running back. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Fires to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
The Razorbacks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Unleashes one deep. And it's almost intercepted in. Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Never a doubt. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got it set up on the outside. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Wants to throw on third down. They're working that left side. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Sands. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
They'll snap it from the 34 on first and 10.
Get set. Get set.
Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. After the pickup of 9, it's second and 1. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. Just not my quarterback. I really got to understand, listen, play's over, get down on the ground, don't take too many.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
And the returner is stopped. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Oh, they're after him! And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
Yeah, and they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. But just shedding tackles. He will not quite get there despite the fact that he emptied every move in his bag to try to pick up that first down. It's 4th and inches. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He'll field the punt. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So here comes the Auburn offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Auburn sends out the punting unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Sands. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And in this offense, you know as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
From the gun, running back on the move.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. He's got him. Breaks into the open. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. He splits the uprights. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Rides the back and leaves it. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Time winding down in the corner as they come to the line. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Bobo. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. With a 1st down in the final period. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Touchdown, Tigers. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
In this drive, you can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse, and field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
The Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll run it from the gun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off.
Going for it all. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. RPO complete to open the drive. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They'll line up for a second down play. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his tight end. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give our...
Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Second down, he'll throw it. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Sam. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Gonna look downfield again. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The handoff, keep working on that clock. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll do it himself. He didn't make